Good morning, class. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Ayun, kala ko wala akong student. Anyway, share ko lang yung... Okay, so I'll be checking your attendance later on, okay? Init. Init. Okay. So, um, PT26 Group 2. So, in our Google Classroom, I posted, so last meeting, I posted my modules and also my video demonstration on data binding and also the activity. By the way, class, do you have any question, clarification regarding in our subject or in our topic last meeting? May question? Ba't ang tagal ng internet ngayon? Bagal lang net. Okay. Sinecheck ko lang yung adding two numbers. Wait lang ah. Check ko lang yung output. Definition. Ma'am, wait lang. Hindi ma'am, pero Okay. Wait lang. Sorry, sorry. Ko na tuloy nakita yung output. Gumana ba siya? I think gumana. Ayan. So I have my video demonstration here. By the way, class, our topic actually for the midterm is data binding tsaka yung redirect. So we don't have yet the database connection. So for the database connection, and again, you will be creating a a system in a web application, and it should be connected to a database. That will be the topic for our finals. Okay? Yan. So data binding lang tayo, and we have the condition statement, data binding, and redirect. Ayan. Yun. So yun lang. So do you have any question, clarification, class? May open po ba ito? Wala naman po. Ako naman yung sumasagot sa tanong ko. Ayan. Okay. So, check natin ulit. Okay. Ito pa muna. Okay. So, brief discussion lang sa ginawa natin. Yan. Ah, okay. So, hopefully, hindi siya blue. Yan. Ayan. Okay, so first installation, siyempre you have to install the Python, and then after installing the Python, etc., and then you have to install the Django, yan. So install the Django. We created a project. Okay, check ko lang kung nandito pa yung project. Baka yung nag-delete ako ng files. So users, I think nasa sa admin din. Yep, nandito pa yung project na ginawa natin. Yan. And then next is yan. So once you run this command, so it will automatically create these files. So automatic na siya. Ayan. So Python manage py run server to run our server. Okay. So open browser. Yan. Pag meron na to, bakit blurred? Pag meron na to, yun na. Okay na siya. And then, now that we created the project, next is to create an application. Okay? Yeah. So, Python minus py startup, and then the name of the application, for example, hello world, and then run server to check kung okay pa siya. And by the way, if you create an application, you have to go to your settings.py and then add that the new application that's created. And then for the views, so you have to create a view for the definition. And so later on, this definition is used for redirecting para if you click the home page or I mean the hello world, then it will go to this file. I-open niya tong file na to. That is for the view. And then inside the hello world folder, so you have to create a template for the form o yung user interface niya. Then create hello world.html file. So for example here, yan lang yung tag hello world. And then new project urls.py sa in our project, right? So you have to create a path inside the urls.py. So yan, so we include this one. Yan. This is auto-generated itong path na to. Siya nang bahala naggumawa ng admin. But the new application that we created, you have to create a new path using this one. Okay? Kasi this one, it will go, it will include hello world.urls which is yung URLs. Nasaan na yung URLs na yun? hello world, hindi pa ata. Ito pala, sa baba. So here, in our path that we created, we include the hello world that URL. So meaning we have to create this file inside the hello world application. Okay? So now the new path, it will go to the hello world views. Okay? So dito din, kasi gumawa tayo, yan, dito sa views natin. So yan, it will look for this definition and then redirect to the hello world.html. So ito yung, so dalawang URLs natin na URLs for the new project and then also the URLs for the hello world. So you need to create a path for that. Okay? And then next is run the server. So if you run the server, this will open. Kasi that is our default. Dito sa URLs natin kapag empty, so yun. If this is empty, meaning this is our homepage. Ganun lang siya. So, magre-redirect siya dito sa hello world. Creating new template, yan. For example, the information or info.html and registration.html. Yan. So, same in our hello world URLs, we created a path. Anyway, kahit na sino naman sa kanila yung mauna, okay lang. Kung sino yung gusto yung i-modify. So here we have the hello world URLs.py and then we created new path for the information and registration. Yan. And then we have to create a template for the user interface. So we include the hello world para magpapakita pa rin yung hello world. And then also for the registration.html, so yan yung code with the design already. And then after that, data binding, yun lang. Redirect. This is the redirect. Okay, redirect yan. And then next is data binding. So in our next module, uh, this one, data binding. Uh, create and open add.html. So meaning we created this file inside the templates. Hello world pa rin siya. So we created this file add.html and then open and then we have the following. If you notice, we include the hello world so nandun pa rin siya. Okay? And then uh, header add and then we have this one label and text box. Medyo colored kasi siya. And anyway, so label first number, then label for the second number, and then we have the text box. Okay, so input type text, then the name, num1, and then num2. So if we click the submit button, it will go to this action, adding. Okay, and then meaning we have to create a definition for the adding. Pero dito, we created first the path URLs. So we included the add. Okay, add, and then for the result, we include the adding. Okay, views adding, and then for the views, we created, asan na yung add? Ito yung add, yan, yung definition. Actually, this is the process. So if you notice here, we added another definition for the adding. Okay, yan. So, if you notice here in our UI, user interface, for the adding, ito kasing user interface, under the add.html templates, if we click the submit button, it will go to this action, adding, which is one of the definition. Okay, isa sa mga definition. Ano, definition natin ng adding. Yan, adding. And then we get the number, get the values in our UI form, and then we created a variable. And then we have the result. I mean, Yeah, we added two numbers, and then that's it. Ito naman yung last example natin, which is the conditional statement. Same urls.py. So we created, uh, we have the add, we have the adding, and then now we create this one path, condition form and condition process. Okay. Ito kasi, actually, for this adding is the form, and I mean add is the form, and this one, adding is the process. So, dun sa next example ko, in-indicate ko na this is for the form and this is for the process. And then we have the hello world. By the way, class, here pala, di, ay doon na ata kayo. Ayan. This one is concatenation, right? Ayan. Kasi, again, the default data type of the text box is a string. So, if you use this code, yan, it will concatenate. Iko-concatenate niya. So, that's why in our next example, yan, so we converted the string to integer using the int function or method. Yan. Okay? And then condition form, and then we have the condition process, and greater than, etc. Yun. I think yun lang. Ano pa? So let's see. I'll open the command prompt. Wala na naman yung palaking ko lang. Size. Okay. Malaki. So, we created the sir present po. Sorry, late. Sorry din, hindi pa ako nag-check ng attendance. I'll be checking your attendance later.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay
so
po, sir.
anyway,
Thank you, sir.
okay lang, ganito yan. Okay, so new project, and then, ano na yun, Python manage.py, run serve ba or run server? Run serve or server. Okay, so last time kasi, my other subject kasi is our topic is Ruby. Ruby kasi yung topic namin doon. So, there's some conflict on the application, yung Python tsaka yung Ruby. Nagkaroon siya ng conflict. So, I have to uninstall the Python. In-uninstall ko yung Python. So, anyway, ala, so check ko nga kung meron pa dito. Python version. Wala. So, yung Python, ano, the IDLE, wala din. So, yeah. Install ko lang siya. Install, customize. Yun. Always click the add Python to path para walang problema. Okay. I-run ko lang ito and then that's it. Not unless you have any question, clarification, then we can discuss that. Again, for the topics for the midterm, it's only the redirect, Python redirect, and Python data binding. And then next term, finals, yun na, magkakon na tayo. Database. And then you will be creating your system. Marami tayong gagawin ng finance because you will be creating or you will be using two application. Uh, One is the web application and one is the software application. So, dalawa. Yun. So, na-install ko na then check ko lang kung meron. So, I have to exit the command prompt, then check the version again. Yun, so meron na tayong Python. So, the version is 3.10.4. So, kaya ba niyang i-run? So, Python manage.py, run server ba yun or run server? Napaghahalo ko kasi yung Ruby tsaka yung Python. Yun, I think working naman siya. So, if in case, baka nandito pa yung Django, although that I uninstall, I uninstall the Python, pero baka okay pa yung Django. Django tried these URL patterns in order. Okay. So, check lang natin yung Sublime. I think hindi ko na kailangan na install yung Django. Because nag-work naman na siya. So, if in case na ayaw niya, then I have to install the Django again. So, open ko lang yung folder. I think that is in drive C, users, LC. And then, the name of the project, new project. Ayan. So, ito siya. So, this is the project. Maliit lang yung text niya kasi. New project. This is our new project. Yan. Settings.py, double check. We have the hello world application. And then we have the URLs. We have only the admin and blank. Blank naman siya. Bakit hindi niya na po? Empty naman siya. Empty. But then again, there are some errors. So, let's check admin. Kasi meron siyang suggestion dito. We have the admin. So, check natin kung working admin. Yes, working yung admin natin. And then, we have the add. The add is the form. Yan. Okay naman yung form. And also, adding and so on. Yeah. I think, nag-work ito, but rather, let's check our hello world.urls. Hello world URLs. Wala kasi ditong, blank. Wala siyang blanco. So, for example here, if you want yung add form to be our default or homepage. So, if we will try to remove this one, okay, so take note in our, yung URLs, in our project, we have, this is empty, right? So, empty and also in our application, we have also an empty. Yan, ginawa ko na siyang empty yung add form. Then save, then let's check. So, working naman na siguro to. Yun. So, nagre-direct siya. So, meaning, what we did, again, in our URLs, this is empty. And in our Hello World application, we have the URLs and we remove yung one or we make empty for the adding or add form, yung form ng add. So that's why it makes the our add form as our home page or yung default page. Nagwo-work pa ba? Adding 1 then submit. Okay. Check ko lang So check lang natin kung nasaan na yun. Yeah. Definition. Views.py pala. Okay, so in our views.py, parang nandito yung process niya kasi. So this is our process. Anyway, it will go to the views add. Yan, views add. So this is our views in our views.py. Okay, ito yan. Views.py, meron siyang add daw. So we created a definition for the add. And then it will redirect and open the add.html which is nasa templates natin. Yan, ito yung form natin. So, ito siya, yan. And then if we click the submit button, it will go to this action adding. So, uh, in our views.py definition, we created the adding definition. Yan. Kinonvert ko siya ng integer. Kasi pag walang integer, again, it will, the program will accept only a string. Kasi yun yung default data type niya. So, I have to convert the data type of this one. Kasi, again, the default is a string. So, I have to convert to integer para makuha ko yung tamang result or output. Okay? Now, in our adding, we have return render request, meaning it will redirect to this file, result.html. So we have here the result.html, okay, in our template. Then dito naman, this one, the curly brackets and then result. In our definition kasi, uh, it will pass the value. Again, this is our, parang we created a variable named result that will hold the output ng res. Dito siya. Okay? And then, yun. And then we have also the conditional statement and etc. Ayan. So, that's all. Yun lang naman yung call natin. What else? Conditional statement. Working naman yung conditional statement. And so I think that's all. Okay na. Not unless, parang meron akong gustong experiment. Let's try. Python tutorial. Ayaw ko sa Yahoo, gusto ko sa Google. Python tutorial. So in our Python tutorials point or W3 schools, kasi maganda dito sa W3 schools. Ano bang pwede nating gamitin? Yung madali lang. Operators, string. How about string? Meron ba tayo dito? Hindi masyadong challenging. So hanap tayo ng challenging na hindi naman masyadong mahirap. Slicing format format string. Let's check this one. Format string. Age 36, hindi concatenation to eh. Concat. Format. Ito, simple lang pero try natin kaya ito. Baka meron pang ibang maganda. Capit edit lang kami ganap. Capitalize, convert the first character to uppercase. Convert the string to lowercase. Return the... Ito na lang. Sige. Yan. Python string capitalized method. So, sabi doon, uppercase the first letter in the sentence. Capitalize. Check natin. So, paano kaya? Saan tayo magsisimula? URLs? Sige, URLs na lang. So, in our URLs here, we will create, ano walang error pag nag-create tayo. Palitin ko lang konti. So, we will create another path na lang. Condition, muna, not a process. Form. Dapat itong kinuha ko. So, string na lang. So, string underscore form. Again, we will create this one in our views later on. So, copy-paste ko na lang dito para pare-pareho sila. So, in our views, so again, URLs, dito ko inumpisan. But anyway, it's up to you kung saan nyo sisimulan. String form, in our views, we have to create a string form. So, sa views daw, we have to create another method for the string form. Ayan. So, copy ko na lang dito para mas mabilis tayo. Hindi ko ito naibigay sa main group 1. Anyway, ipopost ko na lang to sa group 1 din. So, definition, string form request. So it will request or redirect kapag pumunta tayo dito sa string form path, and then it will redirect to this one in our views.py, and then redirect to string form. So meaning in our template, we will create a new file. Save string form.html ba yun? String form.html, string form.html. So maglagay muna ako ng h1 or h2 string. We call it string manipulation. Yung pag-convert ng capital letters or even yung getting the length of the string and so on, like we call it string manipulation. Anyway, ano pa? So, yan. So, yan. So, ready na tayo to create a form. So, copy na lang ako na siguro ng sa tangko. I will just copy na lang ito parang small list. Yan. So, now, isa lang naman ang kailangan ko. Sige, text na lang muna for the meantime. Yan. So, dito, label, enter a string. And then, str1. So, that is the name of the text box. And then, submit. Kapag nag-submit, hindi na lang siya adding. Ano bang tawag doon? str, ano bang manipulation. Okay. Okay na ba yan? Or string ko na lang, string process. And string process. So, if we click the submit button, it will go to the string process. Check ko lang din sa yung views natin. Tama, kasi we have the string form para hindi ako malito. So, again, if I click this one, it will go to this action which is in our views.py. Ayan. Copy ko na lang ito, then modify ko na lang yung content. So, kasi this is condition. Baka meron akong ma-delete na important part. You have to double check yung mga pair, yung mag-asawa. Like for example, this one, opening close parenthesis, so I can remove this one kasi pair lang naman sila, and even this one. First is getting the value. So we have only one text box in our string form, isa lang naman, and then the name is str1. So in our definition, yan. Same na lang sila, pero although it's up to you if you want to change yung the name of the text box and then the variable. Para sa akin kasi mas madali kapag they are the same. So, yan. Star 1 and then save. Then, kunin ko lang to. Then, check for checking lang. Checking lang. Kung makukuha niya. Okay? So, result.html, no, it's not a result.html, but we have to create another, or lagay ko na lang dito, string result. So, yeah. String result. So, we have to create this one. In our template, pero, new file, save lang natin. So, .html. So, lagyan ko lang siya ng h1. So, para check lang natin kung working yung um, redirect. Okay. So, we have here the result. So, meaning, kasi kapag, ano yun? Kasi pupunta yan dito eh. So, result.html. Check ulit. This is our string form, use string form. condition process. Parang do we need to ano? Hindi na ata. Okay, check lang natin. Right. Again, sa URLs muna tayo. String form. Check natin kung working ko siya. So, in our command prompt, still running yung server natin. I didn't cancel or terminate the server. So, altan ko lang dito. String form. So, yan. Enter string. Lorma. Submit. So, sabi dito, get. Parang we need to create a path for the string process. URL sa string form, yan. Ay, oo nga pala. Yon. Kasi dito, parang this this list are the only acceptable URL or path. Wala naman doong kwan. Wala naman tayong string form. Ay, wait lang. Sorry, dapat pala result. Pati rin ako. Submit. If I click the submit button, it will go to the string process. So here in our views, we should have, kasi kinopya ko kasi ito. We have this string form and then we have this string process. Para, again, if we click this one, it will go to this definition in our views, which is ito. And then get, then check natin. Form, refresh, Lorma. Or the current path is string process did not match any of these. Bucket. URLs. Although we have here this one, but we have to create another path for that. Okay. Another path for the string process. So, gagawin ko na lang to. Magre-redirect siya dun eh. Redirect, return render string result. So, which is this one. And then, yeah. Refresh, Lorma. String result. So, meaning, pumunta na siya dito sa string result natin. So, which is good. Now, we are ready for this one. Ito siya. So, nasa yung process? In our process, we have the here in our view. So, dito tayo mag-modify. Modify lang natin dito. So, ano na? Sabi, sige. Yun na lang. We will create a variable. Yeah, meron na tayong pan. Meron na to eh. Meron na yung str. Ito na lang. Again, str1 kasi, hindi kasi meron na. Nakausap ko yung sarili ko. Anyway, str1, parang ito ang di-display niya dito. So, we have to change this one to x. Para kukunin niya doon. And then, we have to change this one. Again, sa string form kasi natin, we have a label here. The name of the text box is str1. So if we click the submit button, it will go to the string process. Okay, which is nandito yan sa definition, the string process. And then it will get the data in our str1, here, the name of the text box, str1, and then pass it to our str1 variable. And then after that, we created a variable x that will hold the converted string. I mean, yung applying the capitalized function or method. Pag na-apply niya to, then it will put that in our variable x. And then here, it will redirect to our result.html. And we have a variable result. Result ba yung ginamit ko dun? Check ko lang. In our string result, wala pa naman. Okay. So, kunin ko lang yung ano, kunin ko lang to para copy-paste ko na lang. So, meaning this one, babaguhin na natin yan. And then, it will be based here. Uh, str, str underscore. Pwede ba yun? Try natin. So, this is our variable na i-call natin dito. Yan. So, I think okay na siya. Check natin. Refresh. Lorma. Submit. Lorma. Yun. Ginagawa niyang capital letter. And then you can also have an experiment or in other methods. For example, ano bang part? Count. By the way, ano yung count? Count. Count, count. Return the number of times the specified value occurs in a string. Ah, try natin to. Yan. Yung count lang, count. Count, ano ba? Character or word? I-check na lang natin, letter A. Siyempre, if this is a string, check natin kung makakount niya yung letter A. So, result, refresh, Florma, submit. 1, kasi isa lang naman yung character natin na A. Ah, Florama. So, 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tama. So, yun lang. And what else? What else, what else, what else? Wait lang pa sa akin. Yun lang ang check. Um, tago ko muna yung codes. And then, curly brackets. Can I create another curly bracket? Or inside the curly bracket? SPR count. Fine na lang. Wait lang class, meron na akong pinatry. Okay. Dun sir, sa pintuan. Ngayon, sige lang sir. Why? Don't worry class, pakita ko din yung codes later on. Result. So the name is SPR count. Refresh. Or, uy, working. So, anong ginawa ko? So, what I did, nag-experiment na naman ako. So, this is my experiment. Undo ko lang ah. Undo. Ayan. So, ito siya kanina, yung capital letter, Lorma. Capital letter niyan. And then, what if we will use another method, which is yung count. Count na letter A in the string. So here we have to create another variable. So str underscore count, yun na yung ginamit kong variable. And then another variable for the y. Sorry, masyadong maliit. Palaking ko lang. Variable y. Wrong syntax. Yan. So this is the correct syntax. And then change ko lang to ng variable y. Again, here in my variable y, I created a variable y as the count that will count letter A in the string. And then here, I created an object. Actually, this is an object. They call it object. Uh, str count underscore count and then get the value of y and then pass it to our string result.html. So string result.html. So here, copy ko na lang ito. Our object. We call it object, or you can call it variable or object. Either way, okay lang. Check natin. Sana working naman siya kanina. Yan. So Lorma, y. Lorma. Paano pag Lorma? The whole string. One pa rin. Siyempre. Pag Lorma, Lorma, Lorma. Lorma, Lorma, Lorma. See. Okay. So yun. Ano pa? Yun you can experiment on other function or methods. Like for example, in dito, in Python kasi they call it methods. In Java, they call it function. Pero they are the same. In other references naman, if we say function, you are the one who created that. Pero pareho din, it comprises of programs or source codes din. Pag method naman, it is auto-generated by the program. But, same lang naman sila eh. The same. Meron siyang opening, close parenthesis, on the like. Tapos, and so you can, parang same lang sila. Ito naman is multiple. Okay, so that's it. By the way, highway, nandito ba yung ginawa nating, ay wala. Wala dito yung ginawa nating registration tsaka yung information. Only the result. Wait lang. Meron lang last. Last. Adong malaki. Check ko lang kung saan nilagay yung design. Let's try to put some design in our code. Itong gamit nito, yan, yung hello world. If you want, for example, try lang natin in other one. We have here the hello world. Okay. So in our string form, ito na lang, we will include hello world. So meron naman tayong hello world.html which is this one. So check natin. Hello world. Okay? So dito sa string result, if you want, you can also put the you can also include the hello world. Pwede rin yun. Hello world. Same lang sila. Okay? Ano pa? Design. Last, design. Paano tayo maglalagay ng design? So, dun mismo sa form mismo, ilalagay yung style. Example, form na lang ito. Lagyan natin siya ng style. Kuha tayo sa internet. Google.com, CSS form design. Para mas madali, copy-paste ko lang naman. Anyway, na-discuss ko naman na yung design sa inyo and then try lang natin yung magandang design. Ito naman, animated search, no? Text area, hindi. Ito kasi yung text box eh. Ayaw ko, masyadong pangit. Masyadong pangit, di ba? Hindi. Hindi ko lang gusto yung, siguro to pwede pa. Try natin ito. So, we will just copy this style. Copy lang natin yung style, this one. And then, let's put that in our code. Yung iba nilalagay nila sa baba. Okay? We have here the input type text. So, pag meron daw siya nakitang ganyan, it will apply this design. Save. And try natin. Basta result ba yun? Result, yeah. Alright. So, meron na siyang design. Okay. What else? Ito kasi text box eh. How about yung iba? Input icon, text box, yung text, I mean label, border input, yun na yun. Wala yung label. Icon, select menus naman yan. Button, input button. Input type button, submit or set. Yan. Check natin to para maganda. So, try lang natin. Try it yourself and then, anyway, meron na tayong style dito. So, we will create na lang another style for the button. Copy lang natin yan and then it should be inside this style. Save, refresh. So, meron na tayong submit button. Submit. Yung label lang hinahanap ko eh. Anyway, class ito, let's try na you can put it also dito sa upper part ng code. I think pareho lang sila. Okay, so either way, sa taas or sa baba, okay lang. Or if you want, you can create your own you can create your own cascading style or design. Yun, para maganda rin ito. So we have label, box, and so on. Oh, yung meron siyang label. Good. Ito na lang. So we will just copy the whole style here and paste lang natin dito. Save. Save. Then refresh. Ay, masadong ko naman yun. Ayan. Wala na bang ibang design yung label? CSS. Google na lang. CSS. Label. Design. May color nga lang ito. Wala. Ibang design. Check natin yung ibang website. Rap, 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 rap. Ito, pwede rin yun, yung label. Yan. Check natin nga to. So, in our result, dito ko na lang siya ilalagay. So, script. Ay, script, hindi, style pala. Style, JavaScript naman na yun. This is optional. You can remove this one if you want. Pero check ko muna kung working siya. So, refresh. Submit. Ay, hindi nag-apply. Bakit hindi nag-apply? Label. Label after. Ay, wala naman kasing label dito eh. H1 pala. H1. Yun. Hello, hello, hello world string. String results, zero. Yan. Meron naman dito yung mga ibang ano, iba-ibang style. Oh, yun. Pwede kayong maghanap dito. Wala namang bago. Success info warning. Sige na muna. Okay? Again, you can remove this one if you want. Okay lang naman yun. Kasi automatic na the program will consider it as a style. Doon kasi, old version ng programming, in creating a web page, you need to um, include this one. Pero nowadays, kasi updated naman yung mga browsers natin, so they can um, ano read na this is a style. Ito yung style natin. Okay? Yun. And then, what else? Wala na. I-upload ko na lang dun sa Google Classroom natin yung mga sample. Race, si Nicolette Estrella, yes. Any question?
Sir, sorry po napindot lang.
Yes, ano yun ulit? Estrella? Design. Create material. Source code. Wait lang nga, i-upload ko lang siya. Para new project. Hindi, Python yun. Sorry. Tama, ito one. Pero, pwede ko bang i-upload yung whole folder? Ayaw. Look. An. Hello. Edit. Upload. Mukhang may problema. Ayun, ano na. New folder. New project. Kino-compress pa niya. Okay. Siguro marami siyang files. Hindi. Kanya lang. Cancel. I will just modify na lang the ano. This one. Lagay ko na lang dito. Design. So, views.py. Insert lang ako ng... Patapos na, friend. Patapos na. Okay, so by the way, class, do you have any question? I-upload ko na lang ito later on, itong updated. And don't worry, this is video recorded naman and it will be uploaded and posted in our Google Classroom. Any question? Estrella, may question kanina? Hello?
Sir, hindi po napindot lang po.
Ah, napindot lang. Okay, so yun. I'll be posting na lang yung bagong source code and my video demonstration later on. So if in case that you don't have any questions, so see you next meeting. Okay? Bye, class.
Sir, present.
Yes, yes. Sorry, sorry. Please can you leave a message in our chat box for your attendance? Again, can you leave a message in our chat box for your attendance? Okay. So, and then if you're done, then you may leave the class and then see you next meeting. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.